Skits, what's up? Thanks for tapping the screen. I just started this live. I'm gonna try to get it pushed out if I can. I hate this part having to go through and manually click everything like that. What's everybody up to? Let's see. Missy, what's up? Thank you. It's crazy. I'm starting to remember who's who by just seeing, like, the screen went away because I did click something, but I caught a quick glimpse of your profile pic and I knew it was you. Hey, what do you mean? Why? What's going on? Something with your dude or something? Something else. What happened? Your lip busted? Why? Something somebody else did or something? Is that what you meant? That don't sound good. That don't sound good. What's up, Rich? So I'm gonna go lay down in a minute. Obviously not like right this second, or I would be right now, but very soon I am because I want to get up and take care of a few things in the morning. Probably 30 minutes. I'm gonna stay on. So what time is it? 11:45. I gotta pay attention to that. I think I'm about to. I need to get my hands on a different computer. Old, like I got this. I want to start using an old school computer though for things that I can do. It's crazy how one of these you think would be like the best case scenario. It's not. There's so many things that you can't do because it's an Apple product versus if I had an old ass computer. I found that out. For a PC, whatever. So, but what happened? No, it's one. Look at this. That's crazy. Look, that's why I said that. Because this says that time. So I've been looking at this. It's crazy because all I had to do was look up on there or there. But because this has been sitting right here, I've been clicking it. It's the phone that I took my SIM card out of like 4 hours ago and put it in this other phone that I got my YouTube on. So that's crazy. Yeah, I see that now. Brandon, what's up? Uh 20, let me see. Uh, 20, hold on. 24 and 22. Yeah, 24 and 22. But the one honestly, I wish it was 20 and 22. That's just how I am. I just didn't have that option. Everybody's different. Some people like, long because for whatever reason. Now, when I was younger, that's how I was. I had the whole long thing with it, whatever. But now I grew out of that. Like my clothes, I don't wear clothes like that. The jewelry, I don't do that. That's, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's just different. What's up, Ruler? For real, from on the 18th, you're excited for him, huh? Hell yeah. USP Pollock, huh? Yeah, I've heard about that. United States Penitentiary Pollock. I've done some, research on different shit. Z, I ain't know you was in here. What up, bro? What you up to? You feel like streaming at all or no? Come on, I don't know why I trip. Finna go back junior on this app at least. Hold on. Okay, okay, I got you. You're saying don't do that, Mac Streets. I'll let me see. What the hell was they over here talking about? Now I don't pay attention to the troll. Well, I have, but I'm not right now. I'm looking at who's that? Something Dark King 61 said I'm back. What the fuck? Yeah, nice try. You probably say that over and over, huh? What's up from Vegas, Brandon? You in Las Vegas? Yeah, I already know. Yeah, yeah. I see you said don't repeat that, brother. I could tell as soon as it was, you know. Shit, honestly, I'm about to lay down. So I mean I'll be up for like 30 minutes. Spooky, I appreciate you. I like that name. Yeah, I've been actually trying to kind of focus more shit on paranormal, true crime, scary, creepy, spooky, hilarious. Nah, for real, them things right there. Skinny Jelly Roll. Hey, it's crazy how he got so skinny. I want to know what people's opinions are on that. I understand that he was on that thing, right? But there's something ain't right about that. Losing weight's one thing. That dude don't even look like the same dude. And I ain't even saying nothing bad about Jelly Roll. I don't got nothing bad to say. He ain't never did nothing to me. And I like some of his music. Not all, but some. Probably 75% of the songs that I've heard I like. Maybe 80, right? It's only been a couple. I'm like, no, I can't vibe with that. But when I seen what's been going on with him, that shit kind of creeped me out a little bit. Uh, Lefty said on, yeah, I know, yeah, roller. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. Lefty Gunplay said that. Spooky, hilarious, yeah, yeah. I have two going, roller. So I keep saying, hey, Slim, what up? Follow you back. I keep looking into saying I'm gonna get into OBS, which is like StreamYard, Streamlab. I got Riverside FM podcast, which I was paying 20 a month for, but I didn't pay it this month. And it's a podcasting app, right? I could use it to like interview people, like for instance, you or anybody. Skits is dude. It's better than just bringing them on a live stream because I could bring them on YouTube and that's the best way. But they got to click a link, whatever. If you bring them on here, it's cool, but then you're kind of focusing on the chat. Well, Riverside and all them other things is a face-to-face FaceTime. You would think it would be that easy, but you can't screen record of real FaceTime. If you do it, there will be no audio. They set that shit up on purpose, so you got to spend money. Well, I say all that to say, in the midst of me paying for these apps, for some reason I couldn't figure out the OBS thing where you could go live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all at one time on one phone, where all those people could see you at one time. And if they write a comment, it comes in the same box. So you're literally seeing everything organized on one screen, but they're watching you in four different places. You know? What is it? What's the question? No, I'm not on Fortnite. I got an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4, but I don't hey, thank you. What is that? Pepsi. What is the name? 7100 5994. My bad if I said that wrong. I got cracked screen.
Man, what's up, brother?
Hey, what up, man?
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Let me tell you something, bro.
What up? What up?
I seen your videos already before. And I was like, yo, I fuck with that bull. But when I first seen your videos, dog, I swear I thought I knew who you was, bro.
You're from PA, though? You're from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, bro. You look like someone familiar that I was locked up with.
Cuzzo said that before. He said, I don't know who it was. Cuzzo said, hey, man, I thought you were my homie when I first met you on here. because we met through a couple other content creators. But
yeah.
Z, I didn't know that. I appreciate you letting me know that. Yeah, that's wild. So I never met him in person, but we got real close because we got some of the same mutual friends from going on podcasts. So people I met through that way, and then people he met through that way, we kind of found, through the spider web of knowing people.
Yeah, yep. You from Ohio, right, bro?
Yeah. I'm 50 minutes from Pittsburgh because I've been looking into it. I'm gonna come up there and meet him and shit in about a month.
Yo, in the city? He's in Pittsburgh?
No, he's in what's it called, man? Do you know the name of the town he was living in? It's called
I might.
Apaquipa.
Aliquippa. You talking about the Quip? Hey, that's one of the hoods, bro. That's outside of Pittsburgh, but that's one of the hoods.
Yeah, he just told me it's like down the road. He said, I'm in the area, but I'm down the road. I'm like, all right. So he was showing me on FaceTime one day.
Yeah. I know about it, bro. Yeah, that's dope, bro. For sure.
Well, we're gonna do we're gonna meet and then make some content and do our, we've been on the phone getting to know each other like probably a year now. And we've been talking about wanting to, we check up on each other and shit.
So what he did a lot of time in PA? He did time in PA as well?
I guess. I don't know. He never told. Yeah, I think in PA, I think he did like a nice chunk of time. I looked his case up and shit. He had something with him. Man, it's a long story, but he got it all on there. His thing's called Cuzzo Costo's Life Story.
Oh, you're talking about Cuzzo. Yeah, me and him follow each other, bro.
I didn't know if you knew. I figured you knew him. I
fuck with dude. I don't know. He looked familiar too. I could have been locked up with him, but I remember seeing his shit on Facebook and shit, and then I remember commenting on something. He had a video, and he just, shout out respect and everything. So I was like, hell yeah, definitely.
Rooster, who you talking to? They're talking about some crazy shit. It's a lot of trolls been on here lately. He said, you get trolled on here. I really don't get trolled on TikTok, but usually on YouTube. He said you'd get beat up your first hour. I'm like,
yeah.
First time I ever seen him on here, though, and that's the first thing he said. I got paperwork that says otherwise. I post my shit on the internet. I don't just get on here and you know how it is. Like some people could do that, whatever, and they get away with that. Some people believe, some people don't. I tried to put something with something, whether it's bringing somebody on and be like, you tell this story how you remember it, or then I'll get in all the 30 conduct reports that I brought home. Well, I sent home. I would go to the hole. They would hand it to me, and instead of me throwing it away, I would put it in an envelope and send it to my wife so that she could know in her, not me telling her, she could read it from the CO's perspective. This is why he's in the hole.
This is what's going on with you.
And it worked out.
Bro. I used to go in the hole so much, my people wouldn't know, and they'd be like, Dougie, where the fuck was you? You know what I mean? I go to the hole 3 months, 4 months at a time. Get on AC status, administrative custody.
They used to do TC status here. I don't know about EC, but that's crazy, man. Man, they on some weird shit. Bro. Pale horse, that's weird, man. Don't be saying weird. You guys are getting weird in here.
No, listen, they do that, bro, but that's the type of stuff I ignore, bro. I don't even care because I have so much people from my streets who know what I've already been through and all that, who could confirm my shit, bro. Yeah. Google has everything down the line. And I tell people all the time, HG3515QH826.
Figure it out.
I mean, just look it up. Whatever, then.
Yeah, so that's true. I agree. This dude saying that purpose, he probably got, that dude, I'm sure they like to project shit. So that person probably dealt with that a lot in prison. And now he feels like it's like a defense mechanism, and he's saying it to, me. I don't know. I've noticed that, man. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, for people that say that, bro, that's corny, man. You know what I mean? That's like me getting on the screen right now and looking at you and be like, yeah, you're a bitch. I would never do that. You feel what I'm saying? But people are doing that on this app because they're the same type of people who wouldn't step off the fucking porch and say that to anybody to their face. They're doing that just to make themselves feel better.
Oh yeah, it's the internet. I'm glad you know that too, man. What is PG's revival? What does that mean? Seg time for brother. I was at pages, 400 pages in Seg. I got you. No, you're right. You're right. It comes to the point where people just get comfortable. So I'm glad on this platform it ain't like that, but on YouTube, I don't know if it's just kids or childish people. I had a grown adult earlier stalking us for 2 hours, and I kept trying to block him, and then he made a fake account. Then he came over here, so he went from this platform watching me to this platform to report me, and they put me in 10 minutes timeout. He was so happy and ecstatic, bro. He was spamming the chat, letting everybody know how he got me put on a 10-minute thing. I look at his thing. I thought it was a kid. It was a grown man. I'm like,
yeah, at that.
I'm just grateful I ain't like that. I'm grateful.
That's super wet. Yeah,
to be in that position.
You're saying it's worse over there than it is here?
Yeah. YouTube's bad, bro, for that.
Is it?
Bad. Jake, what's up, bro? I ain't talked to you in a while. I ain't know how you been, man. Been all right. It's been a long time. I've been using both of these apps, but for me, TikTok, I get like a troll maybe once alive, like for real. Over here, I have like I got like 30 people, give or take, been coming in and out. Right now, it's at 26, and I bet you maybe like 7 of them are real people. The rest are people watching just to say crazy shit.
Yeah,
I had 100 and something.
Hey, the dog, don't block them, mute them. If you're gonna mute them, but don't block them because it'll fuck up your algorithm and shit. You don't want to block them. You don't want to keep blocking people, is what I'm saying. You know what I
mean? Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I actually had that conversation with my mods, and then right now I had them shut off, but I'm thinking about turning them back on where we all get on the same page. There was a few times that things happened where my friends got muted on accident because of misunderstandings, or like maybe they would argue with them. And there was another time with each other though, and then they were my supporter. Then there was some other times someone asked about wanting to be a mod and they got muted and I didn't know why it happened. Then there was another time they accidentally brought people in the box. So just stuff like that. It ain't no big deal. I wasn't mad, but it made me realize like I'm not at the point yet where I can even afford to get rid of people. Like they're helping our channel. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it like even if I got mods, I want them to know I don't want you getting people out of here because they're helping our channel. Let them talk that shit. You know what I mean? I grew thick skin. So
yeah, I know. That's what I said. I don't care about that either, bro. I'm a man, bro. At the end of the day, we on the screen, bro. If you really want to get at me with them type of words, I live in Pittsburgh. And I'm always in the inner city if you want to. Like I'm always out here in the streets. So I'm not gonna do that on here, bro. I don't argue with people.
No, I believe that's the right thing, the way to be too. And I'm not gonna say the name because we're not beefing, but it was a certain creator that stays by me, and we had issues at one time, and I got mad, so mad that I tried to take it from the internet to drive down to their house, and then people were saying they threatened to call the cops. It's just not worth it. Now we're cool. We're cool. But I should have never did that. I risked my freedom, bro.
And all that, bro.
And this was like 6 months or 8 months ago, but I risked my freedom over some words on the internet.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
dumb shit. And he's doing.
And it was good that you took a step back and actually realized that, bro, because that's making you become a bigger and better and stronger.
And he's doing good in life. You know? Right. Not only did
I heard your stories and shit, bro. I know what you've been through. It's all the same shit I've been through. So,
right.
You know what I mean? I get it. I
appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Not easy, man.
I'm glad we found each other then to follow because that's cool, man. I saw you the other day and I'm like, I started watching you and I followed you. Damn, that's crazy. I'm an ex-Navy sniper. It was all legal bodies. Yeah, that's deep. That is deep as shit. He's saying like, you know, he don't talk shit, but the shit he been through, he had to do and was allowed to do. So that thing with the person I was just thinking about, he's doing good where he looks at it like, and I actually feel like I learned something like you just said, where he got mad and said, I'm not even worried about that or fighting you or none of that. I'll just call the cops. And then everyone was like, well, he's a civilian. He's not a convict. He's not in the street life. And at that time I got mad. But in the last 6 to 8 months, I've actually had these talks with my girl. I'm like, I was in the wrong, huh? And she's like, yeah, you kind of was because you try to match the gas and that crazy. She's like, you need to calm down. And if he chooses to be on that grown man shit and you're not yet, how could you get mad at him? So it made me kind of sit back and think like, damn, I was childish as fuck. What if I would have went down there and something dumb happened? We both go to jail and we're both content creators. He's doing better than me. So I really would have fucked up what he had going on. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of things you learn as you go, you know. I know you probably know that. Yeah.
No, I get that for sure, bro. And I had to take a step back and realize that too, bro. You know what I mean?
That's good. How old are you?
I'm 39, man.
39? I'll be 36 in March.
All right, then you there. You know what I'm talking about.
Larry, 100%, right.
Straight up. You don't be battling, bro? I usually be battling.
I'll try one with you if people
can. Run a battle with me before, you know what I mean?
If they can, we can do it if you guys can. If not, just tap the screen.
Well, that's what I be saying. Literally the same thing.
Yeah,
just that. You don't gotta give.
He said, "Let's go." Jake, who is it? Ain't you trying to come in too? Hold on, it might let me. Yeah, it's Jake. Hey, I'm gonna you care if I let my homie up in the box on my side?
Go ahead.
You wanna wait or what? Okay, I'm gonna let him up. Say what's up. Been a couple days. What up, man? Hold on, I could barely. Let me turn this up. I think you might have your mic covered up. Hey, your name's Dougie. You're Dougie.
Dougie.
And that's Dougie. We met today. Well, kind of met on here from knowing each other's content. And then that's Mike, but he goes by Jake on here.
Oh yeah, what's up?
What been going on? You just been kind of falling back from everything, or had you had something going on, or what?
Both, really. Both.
Yeah, both. I ain't really talked to you for like 4 or 5 days. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, bro, I just stepped back all the way from everything.
I thought so, because I ain't seen you on or nothing. Like, barely, even on other people's shit. Like, I had.
Once in a while, you know what I'm saying?
Well, right. No, I wasn't like tripping, but it was right around that time, right before that, like 3 days prior or something like that. I had already turned off my mods, but I was waiting to talk to you to tell you the reason why, because it was a misunderstanding on YouTube. Me and Shay had a conversation, me and Loyalty had a conversation, and then I was waiting to talk to you, and I just never seen you again. But I'm about to put them back on. I just wanted everybody to get on the same page.
Whatever works for you, bro, keep it that way. You feel me?
I want to be able to help each other, and I appreciate all three. Well, really more than three. But I wanted to make sure we were all on the same page and shit. That's all. I know.
I'm sure you look out for you, bro.
I know. That's why I'm trying to tell you that way. I know you know. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for tapping the stream and shit. It was a quit street hustling 100 days ago. Big change.
What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, brother?
100 days ago.
From the 412 here, bro.
Pittsburgh, bro.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he out there with my bro Cuzzo.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You remember Cuzzo from Facebook, right? You been seeing him on there, Jake?
Oh yeah, for sure.
On my channel, that's it. He lives where he lives.
Yeah, okay.
He's where he lives.
That's my homie.
Did you see another dude from Pittsburgh that's name is Pittsburgh Cuzzy? Like he created an account named Pittsburgh Cuzzy and he got a hold of me. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? And then I clicked it. I'm like, because it's almost like Cuzzo. So I called him. He's like,
I was gonna say that's just like his.
He goes, yeah, that dude's been like getting a hold of me and shit. He goes, I don't know if he copied me or what. So I don't know. It was too close to home with the name and everything. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "Don't get locked up in California." Hey, Dustin Lee. He said, "Because they will trim you." You know what's funny about that, Dustin Lee? I was locked up in San Ana, Maine, and Theo Lacey, buddy. In California, multiple times, high speed chases, all that, bro. So,
you been in trouble in California?
Yeah, I was on the run out there, 2015, bro.
What they end up doing?
I've been locked up in South Carolina and New Jersey too. Yeah, Jersey, I was locked up.
He said, "Don't trim y'all." Here's the thing about Cali, bro. Y'all had 60-man dorms, bro. And where I'm from, bro, we got 2-man cells. They couldn't allow 60 men to be on a block together. They gotta have COs watching us at all times. That's how crazy it gets. So
yeah, that's crazy. We had here we get 300 against 2 COs at Lebanon. Was 3 tiers, 3 bottom, second, and third tier with 250. My bad, 250 people on 3 tiers with 2 staff. Huh?
You know what, nigga? That's crazy. You say that is because you say 2 men in the cell. Okay, yeah, most prisons are like that. But I was at a prison, bro.
All Pennsylvania,
cell, bro. A 16-man cell. There's 4 cells on 1 block.
Yeah, them are usually like dorms you're talking about.
Francis, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm used to with a lot of people. But at Leb, it was in a cell block, 3 tiers in a cell block, 250 people, 2 COs. But in a regular dorm in Ohio, it's 150 per side. So 150.
Yeah, I don't know, Dustin.
You got A side and B side.
I'm just letting you know.
Roller, ain't that where you're at or what? You in Cali? What's up, little thing? You guys are in Cali. I'm saying Roller, you're in Cali?
Fifi, what up?
Oh, you mean what he was saying? I got kicked out of Victorville. That's in Cali? See, I don't know a lot about the California system. And I want everybody to know everything we're talking about is in a positive light. You know that. But some people coming in over here too might not. We don't brag or glorify prison. This is just niche, a chronic category. Hey, good game, man. This is like a category to try to hope to like be on some positive shit after something bad like
to
that.
not get locked up. It's just for the birds, man. Hey, no one thinks it's cool to get locked up, bro.
Some people
do. Fact.
Crazy to me that some people do. Well, they might not think it's cool, but they're so used to it that they don't care to keep going back.
Yeah, people are institutionalized, though. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing but that shit.
That's the hardest FCI.
Why you do that to your face? Why not? What you mean? Why would I? That's the type of question.
I hear that a lot too.
That's already an answer for that, bro. You should know the answer to that.
I like being different. You know how it is to be different and feel like you're in a category of like not like everyone else, probably, huh? That's how I feel. I like to express myself different, and I know I'm not exactly like everyone else. So I feel like
100%.
I'm cool the way I am, you know.
100%. You got your own swag, bro, and that's what matters. At least you know you being you.
Yeah, you have a stretch, huh, Roller? You've been in there a while. Yeah, exactly. How long you been gone, Roller? And you could come up anytime you want, man. I'm sure if you wanted to, my homie would swap, or if it needed to be another day. I know last time you said it was all bad, but I want to holler at you sometime. Just let me know. He's incarcerated right now, the dude I'm talking about.
I know, Melissa, I got you.
10 down, or that 10 straight.
It's cool as fuck out there.
10 years.
Come on. Man. Got you.
Hey, I ain't mad at you for asking me that, but no, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna say that. No, no.
Just me, Dustin.
No, I don't be trying to be around nothing like that, bro.
I know more.
Now, yeah, somebody asked me if I ever seen a body. No, I don't like even like thinking about that lifestyle. I don't do that. I ain't been around that. I ain't never unalive nobody. I ain't trying to be around nothing like that.
When I tell my stories, I talk about
you're good. I ain't mad.
Since I was a little boy, you know what I mean? But
I think they're asking because I just posted. Yeah, and I feel you. You're right. Same here. Like when you're young, you're around shit, you see shit. But I think they're asking because I just posted all this footage from my neighborhood in the last 21 months. I got security cameras and I posted 9 different clips of 9 different shootings and shootouts, but I blurred everything. I put a big blur like this on the screen where all you could hear, like you hear shit.
As you should.
But you won't, you won't see nobody in the cars or the people. And then you see cops coming and chasing people in high-speed pursuits and all this crazy shit on our street. I posted it. I don't know if that's why they asked me that, but no, it's just there's some touchy subjects. I did actually. It was me and my girl. Dude, I made a video. Dude got ran over. Rest in peace to him. We were outside at an NA meeting, and they called him Camo. His name was Camo, and he was pushing a cart. Hey, thank you. And pushing a buggy, and it got hit, and he was done for. He had bones sticking out, and he was staring at the ceiling and the sky, and my girl was shaking me like, "Help him, babe, help him." I'm like, "Babe, I can't help him. There's nothing I can do." So yeah, he was gone right in front of us.
Let's appreciate it.
Thank you, whoever sent that. I'll miss some of these comments. He said chat meeting. Who is that? I don't know who sent. I don't know what that was around my head, you guys. What was that? I thought I had a gift sent, but I don't know what that was. It was like spinning.
Yeah, I did too, Dustin. Trust me.
What was that?
I got hit hard for my shit too.
I don't glorify or act like that. I already know, man, brother. I already know. That's why I'm saying not you. I'm talking about people, though, would be. I hear it a lot. They'd be like, man, why are you talking about prison? I can see how that makes sense to some people, but to me, this has kept me from making it irrelevant. It keeps it relevant, right? As you both know, I'm sure you know, Jake knows, Roller knows, anybody who's been incarcerated, that people come back before you go home. Like I did 7 years. I'd see people do an 18-month bid, a year bid. I'm like, bro, you've been here 3 times on 3 numbers, and I ain't even been home yet. Well,
yeah, right.
That's crazy to me. I didn't want to do that. So I'm like, are they keeping it like out of sight, out of mind? Are they forgetting about it? Like, what is causing them to fuck up the first 6 months? this right here keeps it in your mind fresh. Talking about
that's
prison,
that's what I was just about to say. It reminds me of my consequences, and the reason why I talk about it is because of that fact. Yeah, I remember where I came from. I ain't never gonna fucking forget. Ain't nothing gonna change this.
I like that. He said, I want to be in your guys' shoes so bad. He been down 10 years. Yeah. I just was looking at some of his shit. He's in the feds. Yeah, in the feds. But he wants to be like, get that chance. Some people are eager for the chance. Some people are just eager to go back to their old life. It all depends.
Yeah, I tell people that too. Like you don't even get it. There's guys doing life right now. People always talking about it and shit.
Yeah. How long you been free now? Wait, what?
Me? I've been home May 10th, 2023. I touched down on the streets. I just did another 5-year bid. When I was 21, I did almost 4. And then I fought in and out the county for years, fighting cases and shit like that.
So I got out 3 months before you, I think, in 2022.
Oh yeah. Well, I was in the halfway house for almost a year too.
Okay.
I couldn't get a home plan.
Thank you.
My little sister denied it right before I came home. She was still getting high with her boyfriend and shit like that. So
for me, it was straight to the crib, but I was on 3 years parole. I completed it in 1 year.
Yeah, I had a tail too, but I ended up getting a white because I got a program when I was up this time with a 4 to 10. So
I think I'm missing.
They were baddie. What up?
I think do you ever got comments that miss? Like someone will say something and you don't know why because you're missing comments?
Yeah, it happens. I usually get yelled at for it, but I try to make up for it. You were baddie. Thank you.
I bet they are hard, Roller. I heard that, man. I wouldn't my life wouldn't have been the same in Cali. I would have had a different bid because I've heard and seen the way things run up there, the program.
It was different for me when I was out there, bro. I told you I kept getting locked up out there when I was out there. 2015.
Was you in a joint or in a county or what?
No, just a county. I never went upstate, bro. Like I got in a hottie. I don't know. We call storm cars hotties in Pittsburgh. I got in a hottie, a little chase. I kept getting caught with rugs and shit like that because I was an addict, I went back to the streets, so that's why I was out there homeless the whole time. I was getting it in.
I meant like, here in Ohio, maybe in Pittsburgh, it's not racially divided. So it's a lot of biracial organizations. Like
it's different out there. I'll tell you what's up. It's out there. It's politics. So when I went to the jails and shit, it'd be 60-man dorms. And when I walked in the door, they're like, bro, are you a wood or a homie? And I'm like, what's that? I don't even know what that is. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Pittsburgh. They're like, well, what's your ethnicity? And then I told them, they were like, oh, all right, then you're a wood.
Right.
So the way they do it is they run their jails, bro. Like, there's not even cops on the block. It's in a fucking bubble behind the fucking block. That's what I was just saying. Where we're from, bro, there gotta be one on the block. And we're 2-man cells. Out there, it was like 60-man dorms. And guys would run their programs with their sets the way they did it. It's all segregated in politics, It's way different, bro.
No, that's not.
Same shit right here, bro.
He's in Georgia. He's in Georgia.
Like in a big ass pod, but your glasses up top, they just looking down on you.
Yeah, it does.
That shit go down and everything.
My bad.
Yeah, see. Man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If it was in Pittsburgh, bro, boys would be getting bodied every day. I'm telling you right now, because it'd be much easier for them to get to each other. And people got beef with everybody where I'm from. Anytime they come through the Sally Port, they're waiting to see what your charges are in my county, bro. You can't live on my pod if you got a crazy case, a funny case, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Pettit, you know what I'm saying?
He was in Cali. I wasn't.
You'll get that from the door, bro, and you only got three ways to live on the block. You got to fight, you got to pay your way, or you got to check in.
Someone just said something about, was we afraid to get punked out in Cali? I'm like, I was never there, and you were already in prison. I'm like, people ask the craziest questions. It's not like you were a newbie. You've been to the joint, and then you went to Cali and went to county. So it's like people only really get nervous. Yeah, in the county. I know I got nervous my first time in every jail. First time in juvie, first time in county, first time and only time in prison. But you adapt quick. You adapt. And I don't care who you are. I think everybody gets a little bit nervous. Butterfly.
You could be anyone. You could be the biggest guy out there. It don't matter who you are when you walk in them doors, bro. It's all a different ball game.
Like the roller said, you ain't not bigger than the program.
Yeah, we got PC. Hell yeah, we got PC, bro. We got a lot of fucking, we got the same shit.
Not in Ohio, but in Cali it is. And I don't know about
Angelica, thank you for the ropes.
I'm on Midwest. He's in the East Coast, one state over, but I always thought that was weird. I'm in Ohio. Illinois, Ohio, and Indiana is Midwest. but PA is considered East Coast, and it's 50 minutes away.
Yeah. And we're next door.
And we're next door. But I was they were saying how it's weird that some places are segregated, and it is. It
is weird.
It's different politics.
Over here like that.
No, like in our state, it's strength in numbers. So different gangs and organizations will come together and be like, all right, let's give you guys this branch and we'll call you this. You guys run together, but you'll fall up under this. And then they did that like 15 years ago. And now there's all type of different organizations that were once strictly white dudes or once strictly black dudes. And now they each have like banner and branches where they fall and run together. They work out together, they eat together, they'll fight together, all that. But they're technically, some of them are ran where they're branches and some of them are all the same. One of them even changed the acronym in their thing from Cincinnati White Boys to Cincinnati Wild Boys because now they don't care about the race. And they're one of the biggest organizations in Ohio. And now what I'm saying is now they got their numbers up because they all respect each other, but they have to be certain. They still put you through the program and make sure you're solid. They're not gonna like accept some racist ass dude, black dude that don't like white dudes. They gotta like read you. But once they see you're cool and you don't see color, they'll let you be a part of it. The KFs do that. Convicted Family, Folks, GDs, Simon City Royals, La Raza, they all run together. Crips do that over here. Crips, a lot of white.
That's
Crips.
What I was about to say, bro. Over here, like AB, they're not big over here.
Neither
not
here.
In my state, and
not
you know, Pennsylvania,
here,
we got like the second most prisons in the U.S., right?
Really? Yeah, we got 33.
Bro. We got a lot of them, bro. And they're not big at all in the yards. It's way smaller. We run shit different. Matter of fact, the crew I'm part of, we don't discriminate either, bro. We fuck with Lafiosa, and they're a different race. So that's
like Hispanic or something, or Italian.
Yeah, or something? Yeah. Well, it's actually multiple races, bro. And we even have light skinned dudes and brown skinned dudes in our gang.
Now, granted, they're always I'm not
discriminate that part.
And I believe you because there's different levels to that.
For sure.
Those dudes are 100%. Not like they're not always.
What we're called. I just forget. We're called Pale Kings.
No, you
know what I'm saying?
I think I just heard somebody else talking about that. Another content creator from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm still on Coley. What up? It's getting late though. I am about to hop off here. In a few.
You're good. Me too. Actually, here in a minute. Like probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to come in and check with you and shit. You know what I mean? See what's going on. Because you came in and, bro, and like I told you, I didn't tell you this, but I've seen your videos before you even came into my live.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Was it on this platform?
I was like, I fuck with
That's what's up. All right. Yeah. Shit, we could do like an interview for my podcast if you want. I don't know if you, not now, but like tomorrow. I don't know if you found me on here, but I actually use this as like my back burner, TikTok. I really like Facebook. I really like YouTube. And then I also got an Instagram and a TikTok. But out of the 4, it actually goes like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. That's the order that I really.
Well, I found you on the book. I seen you on the book first. Okay. Yeah, I see you popping over there and got your shit, you know what I mean, moving. And that's where I first noticed your stuff.
That's my favorite one, bro.
Yeah, so that was pretty wild when I seen you on here. I was like,
I like that though. You know y'all know I'm saying that all the time, huh? Even on YouTube, I'll be like, you gotta put your face on different platforms. So when people go here to watch videos and here, they're like, damn, I just seen this motherfucker. You gotta like force yourself into the algorithm, make people sick of seeing you.
Yeah,
I'll find you.
You know, I'm gonna get with you for sure.
I was gonna say, make sure if you haven't sent me a request, if you want, I'll accept it and I'll add you and follow you. All right, wherever.
All right, hell yeah, that's a bet, man. Hey, shout out to everyone over there with you too, man.
Appreciate you. Same for you. What's up to everybody in the chat?
Okay, have a good night. You hear me?
You too, man. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. All right, later, brothers.
Later, brother.
I dropped it.
What's up, Mike? What you up to, man? Jake. I wanted to say what's up to him because I never had before. You know, we've seen, like he said, we've seen each other's videos and shit. We just linked. Actually, where did Jake go? We actually got to kicking it today. Well, damn, now he ain't even in the chat. Loyalty, I see you. What's up? If you want to come in, you can. But where the hell did he go? And Roller, you know when you feel ready and you want to come in, you can. Yeah, Beck, did you do a thing with Jay Williams a while ago? Right. Yeah, I did, Beck. That was my favorite one so far, I think. I really don't like saying a favorite thing because they're all cool for helping me, but I would just say that because he stayed in contact with me. You're welcome, Roller. Just let me know, man. And we could do a real professional one, like how they just said that they saw my thing with Jay, and I think that's the third time today because YouTube people mentioned seeing my podcast too on Blood on the Razor Wire and on After Prison Show. So if we do something like that, we can do it the more professional looking way on that platform I use, and then it'll just come out like a real interview. You know what I mean? Where it's not the same. Thank you, whoever did that. Astron 21. Appreciate you. Pray on it? Yeah, I pray on everything. I actually fall asleep praying sometimes. I want to know if I'm Concrete Dreams. What up? Is that my bro Concrete? I don't know if that's who that is or what, but I know you found my YouTube before. He says Concrete Dreams, so I think that might be my homie Zach. Oh, but I want it to look like sales. You saying did or don't want it? I thought you were saying at first you don't want it to look like you're in a cell, and I will get you a couple dudes. That's fire. That's fire, bro. People who are in the joint wanting to do that is like it's like gold content for us. Hey, thank you, Beck. Let me make sure I'm following you if I'm not. Okay, cool. I got you. I appreciate that because he was like my fifth out of six. They all of them all together. It was After Prison Show with Joe Guerrero, Blood on the Razor Wire TV with Chad Marks, Get a Grip podcast in Columbus. I had to go 5 hours to do that to their studio, and then Jay Williams, Let's Live Lights podcast, Josh from DOC TV's podcast, and then the last one was Christopher Life Willers, which that one was pretty cool too because he's hard to get a hold of. I mean, they all were cool. Josh is a cool dude from DOC. We don't talk as much. Joe Guerrero was my first one that I ever watched. That was really like a humbling thing to get on his fucking podcast like that. He don't talk to me though. Like he don't. It was strictly business with him. You know what I mean? I can't get mad at him. We ran the video. Um, he said I got a fan today. Somebody who was a fan of After Prison Show is coming on to do an interview and this and that. And that was cool because that was true. That was 100% true. I admitted that I was a huge fan of his channel. And then once we had done that, he might have wrote me back. We've talked like twice, but after a little while, he just cut it off. I mean, shit, it's like that. Some people, they're not, they're not trying to make friends with other content creators. But Jay Williams stayed in contact with me, and Christopher like Willers also answered when I called him. That's why you told me that, huh, Roller? You're saying, oh, okay. If he's home already, though, it's cool. But it's different. It hits different when people are locked up, bro. It does. Not trying to make it be like we're using their advantage to the thing, but it's true that when people are watching these interviews and they see, like, damn, this dude is still incarcerated, like, it just hits different. You know what I mean? Where y'all from? Well, I'm from Ohio. Jake, where I don't know where the hell he went. He's one of my mods and friends on here. He's from Georgia. Dude who just on here is from Pittsburgh. Roller, I'm talking to in the chat's from Cali, or at least is in Cali doing time. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, y'all, do you really think that I do that? What this person's saying? I'm not even gonna give them that much information towards or not information. What's the word? Attention, energy. Saying what they're saying right there. If you read that, I've been told so many times that at least I still act more white than most of the dudes in my city and my neighborhood. Because we're the minority here. It's 60-40 in my city and in my area. It's like 60% uh black African American people, 40% white. And then there's also Hispanic thrown in there. So it's kind of off a little bit from what I just said. But I say that because I never had a school in this city that was like all white kids. When I lived in Newton Falls for a couple years, it was. But I'm used to being in the classroom, and it's like a combination of what I just said. So when they say shit like that, I've had actually people tell me I did a good job of staying myself. You know what I mean? I might have picked up some slang, I might have whatever, but I still know who I am. I don't try to act black. I just grew up in the hood. Quick boat, you're saying? Uh, Hold on, let me make sure. Cause sometimes people try to troll me and say, "Can you say this?" And then I'll go to say it, and it sounds crazy. Quick boat. All right, so dude wants me to shout out his channel. It don't sound like anything sketchy, but who knows? It sucks. I gotta be like that, man. But even earlier, it was like 100 people trying to get me to say this, and I read it slowly, and come to find out, it just makes you sound like you're saying some off the wall shit. Uh, Hey, everybody in the chat over here on YouTube, the name right here, Quick Boat. I want you guys to go check out his channel. So because he's on here watching me, I'm saying shout out to Quick Boat. What is that? Dash SBC. My bad, man. If you was trying to use it as like any type of promotion, I butchered that. So the people in my chat over here who's been around for a while, uh, he not. Yeah, I don't think I am either. But I don't care. I don't care what people think about that. I mean, I might get a little annoyed like this person over here, but all they're doing is saying some R. I'm not even going to say the word because these platforms don't like it. So this name right here, EB Heart New York Essence, you could tell they were raised to hate my type of people. You could just tell. Her mom, her maybe whoever it is or whoever the fuck it is in their family probably told them that we were bad people. So now, all these years later, they have a hatred in their heart, whether they realize it or not. I don't think like that. I don't feel like that. I don't act like that. So for you to just come in here and attack me shows the type of person you are. And it's as simple as that. I'm just glad I don't be around people like that. Spitting said Texas. Yeah, I've heard about Texas prison system. Some crazy shit going on down there, huh? I followed you back. Just be you. Right, right. I mean, and this is me being me, but I've actually changed a lot, bro, over the time. Yeah, I wear my hat backwards and I got a bunch of tattoos, but like I don't wear baggy clothes. I wear normal size clothes. When I was growing up though, yeah. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. When I would say from 14 on up, I just started like changing real fast, and I was trying to adapt to everything around me. And I would wear like hood clothes, and I mean, I legit like I definitely probably look like a hoodlum come walking through. Yeah, I'll have my band, I have my flag out, I have my pants sagging, and just looking crazy, bro. As a kid, I can only imagine what like old people would think when they would see us all grouped up walking like that. We would take MySpace photos like that. That shit's fucking crazy. You good, fam? Just be you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you probably do. The people in here saying that, and you probably do shit like that. Motherfuckers saying shit like that are just projecting onto other people. Like back in the day, my shirt would not have looked like this. This is called growth, next chapter, growing up. Back in the day, I would have had like a 2X t-shirt on. Especially when they called it what do they call it? Tall tees. Remember that? Yup, MIYT type shit. Type shit, type shit. Hey Kupo, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Happy Tuesday. Scrolling through, what's the temperature in here? What's the temperature in here? You see, it's a bunch of trolls. Mosquito Lake, Panheads Forever. I know who that is. What's up, Norma? That's crazy. You know my grandparents. Well, whoever they are. Make me famous. Yeah. Right. I appreciate you recognizing that. And Roller, everybody else that's in here. I don't know who's all in here still. Everybody, Max Streets. I don't know where the hell Mike went earlier. It was wild. He just left and never came back. I was just telling my son about your TikTok today. For real, Tracy? Did we talk on here the other day or something? I apologize if I don't remember you. I think I just followed you back. But what do you mean? Like you found it or something? And then you told him and then we just linked together or something? Hey, you guys want to go check out Roller? I don't know if he's still in here. Look up in the comments where it says Roller F and follow him. You'll see he already got some content and he is literally still incarcerated, living his life. So like still going through the motions of it being in the joint. You know, I'm just grateful to be home. Already followed him earlier. Who? Oh, you did? Okay. What's that? Goon Master? Is that really you? I don't know who Goon Master is. But who is Goon Master? I don't know what that is. Does anybody know who that dude is? All right, so what's everybody up to tonight? I got both phones running right now. Oh, my son basically said that he can't get out of the prison mindset. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. It's hard. I don't want to just brush that off like, that's a big deal. When I first came home, it was rough. It was rough. Now, and people try to act like anytime victim, right? But it's absolutely already been involved in some shit that I think might have like prepared me for the crazy shit I went through. So being around prison, the crazy shit, and then going to prison. When I got out, I had PTSD bad. Like I still do, but it was bad. I had night terrors. I got videos of me having night terrors online because we got security cameras at my house, and my girl was like, "You should show that." I said, "Why would I show that?" Because we had three good videos from three different nights, and she goes, "You need to show your viewers, your community, like quit pretending that you're okay. You're not okay. You need to show your people you're not okay." I'm like, whatever. So I posted one and it got some crazy ass views, like over 100,000. So I post the next one. I post the next one. That's the real deal. What people go through coming home from prison. People act like it's okay. It's not. You're paranoid. You're scared. You get anxiety. You have nightmares. Like Roller, who was just in here, he been gone 10 years, and when he does finally hopefully get home sooner than he thinks, it's gonna be a great feeling, like the most fun, exciting you could ever think of. But combined with this weird, I can't even put it into words. Like if I tried, it's like you're ecstatic to be home, but he's home now. Okay, you just moved to Braceville. Years, years. He robbed a bank. Now I wish I got a check, Mike. So when people say shit like that, so when people say shit like that, they act like they don't know that or whatever. I've literally mentioned how many times that I probably could get a check. I've actually pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity and beat a case and shit. So your little joke is actually a part of my life, and I'm not gonna let it offend me. I don't care. But that's why I'm right here holding the camera on this side, and you're on that side watching and you're still in here watching. So obviously,
and you say 30 minutes ago you were going to bed.
Nope.
You got on at 1:27 is when you started your live. It's 2:19 now.
This one said 11:45, right? Yeah, that's the one I was thinking it was the right time. This one was at 11:45. Oh, it died. So you're pretty much accurate at what? It's been about 40. What you said? What time?
It's 2:20 now.
Okay, so about an hour almost coming up on.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna get on here and show my face, but hi.
You don't got to if you don't feel comfortable. You could just have the mic on, but you were on the other night. I'm like, fuck it. So I hope he gets that shit figured out, and if somebody needs to be held accountable, then they need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Connection bugging. Is it good now on the YouTube side? But
I can't watch the YouTube because my computer crashed.
Oh, you're good. No, someone said my service was bugging, but I don't know why.
It was there for a second because it said something about like something popped across my stream, my screen.
Was, yeah, and that's crazy because it's on a phone. They both got SIM cards in them. If I'm on Wi-Fi and it does that, then it makes sense. But both of these phones in my hand are activated. I'm getting used to, like, I'm holding two phones like this. Look, and I got my other hand free.
Nah, don't remind him. Shit,
that's funny.
My bad.
Nah, you guys are funny. I appreciate you. I do gotta lay down though. I'm glad that I'm glad that he, they still want to watch. That's cool that we got that kind of support. But I definitely needed you to tell me that because I got something I want to get up real early in the morning and take care of. So, and I'm about to be going back to my other. Well, then why I gotta go? Because I don't want to. I mean, look, whichever one happens first, down the street. I originally was transferring my job from craft made to where my girl works. And I already put all the shit through. Took the piss test. They already hired me. They put me on the wrong shift. We had to ride together. Well, now I have this other opportunity at the one that's a mile down the road. I don't know which is going to go first. Either I'm going to call them and they say that my background check's good. Whichever one happens first, I'm going to be happy for.
Right, like just be happy that you got the opportunity.
Yeah, because
that's all that fucking counts.
Being that I got this serious record with fucking face tattoos, I'm always happy anytime I get a job. Right. But I've always worked at shitty jobs since I've been home. Like, none of them have been good.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, my case manager for my mental health, it shocked me.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've seen it a couple times, so it doesn't surprise me at all. Shit, loyalty in the chat is if she's still in here, our friend and one of our mods, she's in recovery. I didn't know that at first. I just thought she just got that job, but then I saw her video the other day saying photos before and after, and now she's like a case manager too. She's I have to correct that. I'm probably butchering it, but she's some sort of something where she assesses people and helps them, and like is responsible parents as they could for being super strung out, right? Well, act, don't ask no questions, and we'll go get some money type shit. And it wasn't always like, I'm not saying numbers, I'm not saying that, but I mean, we would go scheme, D-boys, all type of shit.
I've done it.
And a rehab now, a new life. He did 2 years in prison for together, boom. But then moved, said fuck Ohio, moved out there, and now he's like damn near at the one of the top positions at a rehab. So when you said your counselor was a felon, I mean, it's pretty common now. People, they don't care. They'll get you a job. You know what I'm saying? If they see you're an able body and you're doing good, they can only hold that over 7 years. After 7 years, they can't hold your felony.
See, that's the thing though. Like with Brad, my husband, every time he gets out, he has the hardest, and I mean the hardest time finding a job. And that's what sets him back. And like, that's one of the things that, like, once he can't find a job after so long, he'll start going back into his old routines. And then once he goes into the old routines, it's bye. Going back to jail. Yeah.
Now, how many? You're saying he's done this a few? He said he only got numbers, but he must have been in county a lot, huh?
He's been in county, God knows how many times. He's been on the news, God knows how many times.
Hold on, real quick. Yeah, hey, this is a Motorola, and this is my iPhone. So you're over here clowning on me, and I got 2 phones. You know, I'm a streamer, so one's an iPhone and one's a Motorola.
I got
all right, go ahead. What? Yeah, it ain't nothing like that because I only pay for one. One of them is paid for every month, and one of them I pay for every month. But needless to say, I still got 2 phones. And you're over here trying to crack a joke, but you're just watching me on a Motorola Android while they're watching me on an iPhone. But yeah, Mr. Sean, what's up? Hey, I've been really like, you know what, God, I appreciate everything I got right now. And I want to thank you for all the haters and trolls that are on my shit. Because like you guys said, right? You said it or somebody over there said it. If anyone takes the time to like stop on my stream, whether they're making fun of me, they got hater shit, this and that, deep down, there's something causing them to actually go out of their way and do that. So it makes me feel good that I'm in a position that people want to talk about me. You see what I'm saying?
Like, dude, every time I go live now, I got trolls coming in my live, taking screenshots of me while I'm on live and making fake accounts and coming back in going, look, it's my twin. And I'm like,
oh yeah, you did that. Yep. That's one of the first things. That's like I wouldn't say like a low level troll. That's like a medium. They got a lot of schemes. That's one of the mid-level things they do where they take your photo, they create a fake account, they come in and say, why do you look like me? And you're like, what? And when you look, it's your face on their account that they just created 30 seconds ago.
10 different accounts on me.
Yep.
And some of them had my mugshot.
Hey, look at it like they got something to talk about with you. You know, if you're trying to get serious, if you're going to be serious about making your content and your rap music work, then all they're doing is helping you to make that dream come true. Which that takes me real quick. We were talking about with Ouija Mac the other day. Now, I know I myself, I like him and his music, but I wanted to ask you while we're on the subject. So does that mean you guys don't get along no more, or you've talked and now you don't get along? I'm just curious because I don't want to put him down. I don't want to be negative or put him down because if I ever had the opportunity to like talk to him or whatever, I would. But I wrote him a while back and it was for a stupid reason. That's why I want to talk to him, because some of the people I had problems with, one of the people was actually hanging out with him. So in the midst of all that, I wrote him and said, hey, I want to talk to you, but it involves so-and-so. Of course, he would have never wrote me back for that. That was a while ago. I don't know if he even seen it. But I'm saying, describe like what you feel like it is with you and him now. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I've never reached back out to him after he blasted me on Instagram. I just let it be. Like, I'm just like, it is what it is. All you did was just put my name out there. That's giving me clout. Which technically, I don't need much clout as it is. I've been on the Maury show. I've been on Jeremy Kyle twice.
That's cool.
My second cousin is Miley Cyrus. Like, I don't need clout. But you gave me clout.
Keep doing that. I hope you keep laughing at me. So yeah, you got enough reasons. Hey, and you're right, Sean. It's insecurity. Someone just said that they tune in to laugh at me. I appreciate you. I hope you're laughing right now. We're laughing with you.
The views up.
We're laughing with you. Hey, I'm still gonna be continually in a good mood. I'm still gonna be blessed. Like, I just have my daughter. It's just a lot of good things happening. To anybody who at this stature at home typing things in the chat like that, I feel bad because you have things that are making you do what you're doing. You have like something in your life has you unhappy. You laughing at me makes me happy. So thank you. I appreciate that. Lunar, what's up? Thank you for liking the live. Has no life. Yeah, Mr. Sean, I already know, man. Earlier it was bad. Shoot, I think you was in here, right? When that person made that fake account, deleted it and came back. And you were just saying they do it to you too. So
I do it to me all the time.
So now was it a while? You know what? If you can, try to find the footage of that and we'll make videos about it. And what I'll do, like, it's totally up to you, right? If you want to do like a real interview about your life, your music, how everything kind of fits together, where, we'll kind of blend it. And then as I'm talking to you on the interview, I can throw in like quick clips of a 3-second flash here, a 3-second flash here. I know how to do good editing. I'm just fucking lazy most of the time. But if I took like a good 45 minutes to edit a video, I could put together a fire video interview, but I would need at least some of the footage from your Maury and your what was the other one?
Jeremy Kyle. They actually took some. I got screen recordings of what's left on YouTube from Jeremy Kyle.
That's all we need is a couple seconds.
But they took most of them off because he's no longer in the United States. He went back to the UK.
Okay. No, hey, that's all we need is about enough. Even a screenshot would have worked, but that's just janky. But if we at least got 7 or below seconds would be perfect, where I could blend it in. We don't even got to hear what they're saying. If it just shows you sitting there with them on stage, I can use a voiceover and describe like what they're seeing. And then be like, our guest today has been on so-and-so, boom, it'll pop up, show that. I'll have like some music playing in the background. And then after it shows those clips, it'll be me and you talking. And I'll be like, welcome everybody, this is so-and-so. But I feel like I could really put something together with that.
Right.
I'm about to start interviewing my trolls.
You said you're going to stay in a good mood. Look, I'm still in a good mood, even though this side of my face is swollen.
Well, oh, yeah. What happened earlier? You said, unless you don't want to say it, you said you got a busted lip. Did you get into a fight? Something like that? Or you don't want to talk about
some videos showing like how it looked really bad when it first happened.
I'm going to have to look when we hear that.
You and the one guy, I forget his name, but I follow him. Not Jake, but the other guy. We're talking about
Jake. Oh, Dougie.
Yeah, Dougie. So, and I got a voice clip that he sent me before this happened.
Okay.
Just know I'm a fighter. I fight back. I don't go down without a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like that. So.
Got you.
Yeah.
I know.
And this ain't the first time, and it ain't gonna be the last.
That's good though. Don't ever let nobody
all my friends are like, "Why don't you call the police?" I was like, I got 2 warrants. Ain't nobody calling the pop-up. I'm going to jail.
Wrong for that. That's how I am. I'm the type to just handle shit in-house. But like my girl and her family, they grew up different. I grew up around shit in the hood, in the projects, around people saying, right. I agree. Like things could be handled different. When my son, these kids threw a beer bottle can at my son, minor. He's still a minor. He was like 14. They were minding their business going down the road. These drunk kids came out and threw a fucking beer can full. Hit my son in the back. Chased them down the road. Mind you, these are 20-something-year-old kids, 18 to 20-year-old kids. And they're kids, teenagers, so they ran because they're being chased by full-grown adults, right? They called us.
Right.
Me and Monique hopped in the car, right? I was down there so fast banging on this dude's door, right? This was like a year ago, and I don't know them. I'm banging on their door, like, come the fuck outside, right? They're peeking. I hear somebody say, don't answer the door. And I was like, hey, which one of you motherfuckers just threw this can at my son? And as I'm doing this, the cops pull up. And I'm like, they're like, hey, what's going on? And I told them, hey, They just threw a beer can at my son. I want to talk to him. He goes, yeah, you want to do more than talk to him. Get in the damn car. Go be with your family. I'll handle this. So now they start pounding on the door. Well, come to find out, my girl's mom, my mother-in-law, called the cops saying, and I guess in a way, I mean, she's not wrong for that because it's her grandson, and that's how some people are known to what they're supposed to do. I never even thought about calling the cops. Now, is that the wrong way to be? Probably. I just wanted to go down there and make him apologize to my son.
Right, like, I'm not gonna lie, the school I went to, the kid that was my bully, he's now sitting in prison. He's serving some time, all right? Yep. This kid got me arrested because he would not stop bullying me whatsoever, and I finally got fed up with it, and it was in 6th grade. I got fed up with it. Mm-hmm. I pushed him in my locker, and I took a pencil and, in the hand. I went out of the school in handcuffs. Well, said school, I let my son go. My son was going to that school, and my son got hit in the back of the head with a rock. So when kids came coming through that door, they already knew what was happening. There's a reason why that school no longer has lockers. I just want to say that. No longer has lockers. They're like, listen, Billy, because my name's Billy, but I go by Skits.
Gotcha.
They're just like, we need to talk about this. And I'm like, there's no talking.
You said he put a pencil through your hand?
Dad and bring me him.
Right. On that, like, that's my baby. Someone just said, well, wait, I'll wait till you're done. And then I got to tell Tracy something. So what ended up happening?
I got kicked out of the school and wasn't allowed back on the school property. And I wrote the parents, and I found out the dad was a preacher. And I said, God don't like ugly, and your son's being pretty ugly.
Yeah, like, that's crazy how some people, I mean, it's common, though, for, like, pastors and preachers' kids to turn out, like, off the chain. Cincinnati Cobra, yeah, like, as you should. Anybody should do that for their kids. I don't care if I knocked on the door and their fucking dad, well, these were grown-ass adults. So these were the adults. Like someone over here said those were kids. No, they were in their 20s. They were actual, like, grown-ass adults. The cop said something to him and was like, dude, you're doing this shit to minors. But I don't care if it was kids and I knocked on their door and their dad came out and was like Andre the Giant. It don't matter. It's your babies. That's your babies. But that was the thing that made me mad. If Monique was down here, I'd ask her. I think one was 19 and one was 20, and then they had a girl with them. But anyways, Tracy, I saw your comment. You said he came home from Youngstown. You talking about halfway house or NEOCC? I'm curious what prison he was in, and definitely wish him the best of luck. You're talking about he came home like today? And you said, Mr. Sean, I followed you. Who's you talking to? Because I know we've already been cool. Oh, probably you, Skits. The prison. The prison? Oh, I think they want to join us. All right. I didn't mean to bump the button. It's cool. I could push you back out. Was it an accident?
Oh, no, it's just easier for me to talk. Okay. Yeah, he came home from Youngstown today. He did 8 years, bank robbery. And I'm trying to, he told me today in the car, he said, Mom, he said, if if they don't tell me where I'm going and I end up on the street, I'm just going to relapse. So he was honest about it. The female PO that he had today, I basically told her what she can do with herself. Say, we're going to send him to Cleveland, and I take him all the way to Cleveland. We get to the parole board, and they're like, he wasn't supposed to come here. So here she comes, blowing through the door, and I swear to God, she was ready to violate him, and he's only out for 4 hours.
Because of that?
Because of that. She gave him the wrong information. So his other PO, the supervisor of her, his name's Dave.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Dave had been talking back and forth for like a year before Cody got out.
Mm-hmm.
With everything that was going on, because we knew where he was going and stuff. Because Cody has really bad addiction issues. That's the reason why he robbed the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you're making these people that are jobs now as POs. They have no idea what they're doing. They do not care these men and women coming out. they're only there for a paycheck, and I'm not going to lose my son to the streets because you guys are, a-holes.
Yeah, and they're trying to skim corners.
He totally agreed with me, and he showed up today, and he's from, they tried sending my son PO to Elyria. That's where this girl came from. And the Cleveland supervisor bluntly told her to her face, he's like, you're not going to violate this kid. He just got out 3 hours ago. And she got really pissed off. And I told her right in front of the people, I'm like, I don't care where I see you at. I said, but baby, I will meet you one day somewhere. And one of us is going to prison and one of us is meeting Jesus. And guess which one I'm going to be?
Right. That's your baby. And you just seen him after 8 years.
You know what? And that's like I said, like the whole family's already mad at him anyways because of what he did. He has stole from us. He has did a lot of grimy stuff to us. And I get it. And it's going to take a minute for him to rebuild them bridges and repair those fences. And my husband and his brothers and sisters all said the same thing. But I'll be damned if I let somebody like that hoe blow through the door and try acting like, she didn't sign that paper. That's not what she said. Then who signed it? Where did he get it from? Because he's in Youngstown prison. Like he it did just fall in his lap. And then she lied and said, well, I just seen you a week ago. He's like, lady, no, you didn't. You didn't see me a week ago.
So she's just trying to cut corners. Real quick, Eric, I'll give me 2 seconds and I got you. I seen you sent that. So you just said what you said. They're trying to cut corners. It sounds like they're half-assing. Wires got crossed. Nobody's actually paying attention or talking to each other. Now, I don't know if you want this as an option, but they could put him on the MAT, but I don't know if you want him doing that. It's the sub program. I myself was abusing that medication in prison, and they brought it a month to the door. So for my first 7 years, I abused it. We did it behind everyone's back. If you get caught, you go to the hole. It happened to me numerous times, but it's everybody's way of like coping. There's different substances. There's bad ones. And then you got things like bud and orange, which is subs. A little bit better because the other shit you can like get strung out like K2 and really bad, right? Or
he was on H for a long time. And see,
in prison,
missing.
Well, like in there, them are the most common, is what I was saying. But
yeah.
If he might need it, he might need it. That's all I was saying because my PO forced me to do it. My mom told her, and she goes, well, he's on Suboxone. And she goes, oh, well, then I'm going to make him go as a protocol. So I got out at 8 a.m. I had till 10 a.m. to meet her. I had to sign paperwork at the clinic and met my PO at the clinic because she was worried that I was going to go back in the streets and party. I've been home for 2 years. It saved my life. Not only that, this has been a big part of it. Some people get on here and vent and tell their life story. It catches some people, it don't. But when it does, you're able to like talk about prison without living prison. I won't forget because I do this every day. That's all I wanted to say. And I'll wait to see where you want to like take the conversation. That's fine. And then that guy wants to come in, but you guys can both stay. I just want to see what he's talking about. Okay. So go ahead, but you can stay in. What's he doing right now?
My son?
Yeah, what's he up to? Is he like with you or what?
No, that was the thing because they didn't have the Harbor Lights down in Cleveland. Like he's not scheduled to come here.
I know what.
The Oriona House in Akron's like, what is this lady talking about? Like she totally messed up everything. So Harbor Lights, he's like, Mom, I don't want to go there. All the dope boys are there, which is true. It's pretty rough. No halfway house is the best. So Dave, the other PO, got him into the one in Akron. So that's where he's at. I got him a phone and some of the little things that he needed.
Hygiene.
And I'm just trying to keep his mind. But he's like, he's still got that prison mentality and it scares the hell out of him.
Yeah, and he will. So you said he come home from NEOCC in Youngstown?
Yes.
That's honestly, like, I'm glad to hear he's home because I wouldn't have said this to want to worry you, but it's probably right now the worst prison in Ohio, I would imagine.
Yes, it is. He said, Mom, he was like, technically in there, it's basically kill the YTs.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. It's definitely a problem down there where you gotta, like, you go through a lot of stuff. You will, white dudes especially, get tried more until you get locked in with people. You're going to go through some shit. But I'm just glad to hear that he's free. before I introduce him, somebody over here was saying something crazy about the medication I take. They're dogging on it. I just want you to know, some people need it, and it helps them. I don't know if he's in that boat. If he's done he might have already tried it while incarcerated. I don't know, but if you take it as you're prescribed, it blocks those receptors in your brain.
Well, and that's what I told him. I said, Cody, I'm like, because he's the reason why I got into mental health and addiction, and that's where my heart is at. Is mental health and addiction. I mean, I worked in HIV clinics in Youngstown. I worked in some crazy places. But my true calling is with the addicts and mental health. Because the addicts and the mental health guys, they're always forgot about. They're overlooked. Nobody wants to work with them. They're treated like bullshit.
It's a dual diagnosis. It really is.
And I, Mama, you don't even have to be my kid. But if you're one of my patients coming in and you say, hey, so-and-so's doing me dirty, I'm getting in so-and-so's face. I don't care if it's a doctor or whatever.
That.
Like, you ain't doing them.
You're the Mama Duke.
And they kind of look at me. It's like when I left Cleveland, like all the guys out there that knew me, they're all like, on my Facebook, and they're like, oh, you need to come back out here, Mama Frank, you need to come back out here and work, and screw them Youngstown people. And I'm like, no, I said, it's cool out here. To Cleveland, because that's what Cleveland boys for, you know how they get.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Hey, what's up? Let me introduce him. What's up, Eric?
Hey, how are y'all tonight?
Good, man. We're just chilling, hanging out. I got 2 phones going, one on YouTube, one on TikTok. About to lay down in like a couple minutes. Saw you in it.
There you go. Shoot, yeah.
I just saw you send a request, and that skit's on the bottom. And she was just telling us about the story with her son. He got out of prison today.
Well, congratulations on that. That's always a good thing to hear out there.
Absolutely.
That's always a good thing to hear. Even if you can't stand somebody, that's always a good thing. That place can be helpful, but it's damaged badly. That's my opinion about the justice system in this country. But
absolutely. Have you ever had that experience at all? Or I'm just curious, like, have you ever dealt with either addiction, or have you been in either jail or prison, or some people haven't and they're just interested. I'm just wondering.
I'm kind of struggling and fighting some addictions right now, and I did 61 months down in TDC in Texas.
Okay, so you definitely can relate to everything.
For street racing.
That's crazy. You take that shit
serious. They'll lock you up for anything down in Texas.
You just sent a friend request or a request to come in. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That sounds like a lot. What's up, Cliff? I don't know if he sent that last request, but it just disappeared. So he just said that he did 61 months, y'all, for street racing. That is nuts to me. Like, I could see what you did skits. You got it muted right now. I don't know if you meant to. That's a long
I muted it
time,
so
dude.
he could talk. But that's what I went to jail for, was street racing.
How long?
Oh my God!
How long did you get?
I believe it.
How long did you get, skits? Like 1 or 2 years?
Hell no, they tried to give me 6 months. I fought that shit. I said,
ain't bad. See, even 1 year, 2 years, I'm like, all right, whatever. But 61 months is crazy to me. I did 72 months for assault, for fist fighting with 2 cops, and then another case for robbing a store. So them are some serious shit. I deserve 7 years in prison, but like that,
Brown County,
crazy
right now, when I got out, but I was talking to the females in the pod that I was in Brown County. Brown County's not messing around when it comes to driving under suspension, street racing, or anything. They are locking people up for a hot minute.
Yeah, I guess so. He was the first time I ever heard that, but I believe it. Jesus, or what is that? I thought it said Jesus. What's up? I didn't know exactly what he meant by that, but what's up, man? So what was you about to say, Eric?
What's the worst part and the craziest part about it is they gave me a time, three TDC, and then they gave me 7 years probation for the other felony, and then like I didn't know no better, because I was 21, and like, it's just not a system that you know until you study the law or get hammered down on by the justice system. And so like I had gotten down there, and I was like, why in the hell did I get 3 and then 3 TDC time and then 7 probation, why didn't they just give me 2 3s or 2 5s or 2 10s? So then I got out on the leg monitor, parole, and probation, and I'm like, it's ridiculous, man.
It's set up like failure.
And they're like, well, you know what? We're gonna run it concurrent. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds cool, but I mean, I didn't know that they were running the shot concurrent.
So more or less, are you still in the middle of that? And I was also gonna ask Tracy, how long did you say they gave your son with parole? And then you're saying
my son is on 5 years paper that I know of.
He could get a yearly review because I got 3 years with Ohio PRC, and I think APA is the same. And every 365 days to the day, so 360 from today, he will get a review because I got out on my daughter's birthday on December 4th. And on December 4th of 24, she called me and said, hey, you passed 12 drug screens, you kept a job for 12 months, and you haven't encountered the cops. I'm going to just go ahead and terminate them last 2 years. So that's what they do in Ohio. He has to get 1 good year under his belt, and they will terminate them other 4 years.
But it's so weird because I when I took him to the parole board today, you know, the adult parole where he had to go, I noticed like the prison mentality was starting to come out a little bit because he's getting very defensive. And like when she came in, like, I'm going to violate you and things like that. And I kept saying, Cody, you're not in Youngstown no more. Just let's calm down a little bit. Let's bring it down a notch. And I'm like, you got to trust these 2 dudes that are sitting here fighting with her because she knows she's wrong and they got your back. And he's like, yeah, but they're just trying to put me on. Like, just calm down a little bit.
I can imagine
it took a minute, but I got him calm down. Dad.
Eric, can you relate to that too? Because I'm imagining as she's saying it that his mannerisms, his body language, he probably got like this look in his eye where he just got like all serious like this. Because my girls told me I've done it, and it's over the pettiest shit. When I first came home, we could be in a store and then somebody be just staring, like my kids. There was a time that I felt like this dude was looking at, like, overly looking at my daughter, and I literally stopped and was like, hey, bro, are you cool? And I just bugged out in my mind saying, what are you looking at, more or less? I didn't say that, but people do that. So you got to kind of understand he's in a mindset right now. It's going to take like a month. It's going to be like probably for 30 days, I would guess, that he's going to feel like everything around him is like a threat and that he has to keep, like, he won't want to smile as much. It's so many things normal people do that prisoners and convicts coming home feel like they can't do. But he'll ease
give
up.
you a brief little story about Cody. So Cody is like the type of kid, like, even as a man, like if the neighbor had cancer, he's cutting her grass and he won't take money from him, whatever. So Cody's first bit, his first number, Cody was on house arrest for juvenile for smoking a cigarette in Cleveland. And of course he couldn't go nowhere except take the dog into the backyard. My daughter was walking home from school and he heard her screaming, like, get off me. And it was a dude. He was trying to sexually advance my daughter, basically. And my son took off. He was like, because, you know, that's just who he is. And he ran down there and he seriously hurt this kid. And so he got a number at the age of 15 and they treated him like an adult. He was in adult men's prison at 15. So he got out from that number and he was doing great, doing good. And then he got into a really bad accident. And of course, you know, he got addicted from there. And I watched that drug just like ruin my whole family, my son. It's like, I was looking at him today and usually I wouldn't believe anything he was saying because he's lied to me so much. And today he said, Mom, he was like, if I have nowhere to go, I'm going to end up sleeping on the street and I'm going to go right back to the same thing. And I'm like, no, because I will take you to my house with me. And he's like, I can't go there. You have weapons. And I'm like, they have to find them. Because basically I was to that point, like, I'm not going to let my kids sleep on the street because you people can't get your shit together.
Yeah.
And, he started off in Mansfield and 2 of my cousins were down with him there. And unbeknownst to me, something took place. My son got pulled out of Mansfield, and they dropped him in Lucasville.
Yeah. Damn.
So you can imagine what he did.
Yeah.
From that day on, he was no longer allowed to wear any type of boots.
Right, because that's the thing. They actually took it from everybody. You can only wear boots that are grandfathered in or given to you as state issued boots, which are the black ones, and the ones they sell in the box you have not been able to buy for a few years. They can only be grandfathered in. You got to have the title.
That was my son that had that happen.
Oh, I believe it. Damn, that's deep. I didn't know that. That's actually really crazy because I remember them telling us nobody could wear boots no more. It's specifically if you already owned a pair because people were getting kicked in the head and different things.
Yeah, he beat a guy inches of his life, and the guy was a child molester. And he was honest about it.
That's 100%
the guy lied to my son,
bro.
Was trying to be friends with him, and my son was trying to look out for him. And then an AB told my son, "Hey, that's a chomo." And my son's like, "What are you talking about? Seriously?" And then my son was like, "Are you a chomo?" Because he called him out about it. And basically the dude said, "Yeah." And my son was like, "Not today."
They always try to defend themselves. They always got this elaborate story, like, oh, and they always, you know what I'm saying?
Eric, it was because my son called me, and I feel bad, but I didn't know what I was doing. He's like, "Hey, I need you to look up my bunkie." And I'm like, "What's his name?" And that's when I seen him. I'm like, "Cody, he's in for child molestation." And he was like, "Oh, he's a chomo." And I'm like, "Oh, what did I just create?" And then so then my son did what he had to do. And then my cousin that was in for he hit a lick. And the lick he hit was being watched by the feds. And that was a whole other thing. So he called my aunt up and he was like, they moved Cody. And my aunt said, "Well, what happened?" And he said he had to do what he had to do and it wasn't good.
Right. Like Scrappy just said, they have to be pressed. I've actually had my woman look up people and usually I would find out it was all good. But only one time, surprisingly, I had to actually find that out, and we had to check him in and tell him, "Hey, you gotta go." But it was crazy that no one else had my bunkie looked up. I came in there, he was already living in the room. I'm only in there like 3 days, and I had him looked up and found out what he was for. And I'm like, damn, nobody else did that. Sometimes people do it, sometimes they don't. But I had her look up all my bunkies. I want to know who I'm living with, you know.
Right, and that's what Cody said too. He was like, because they brought the dude in, because my son, I'm not going to say who he's affiliated with. But they brought the dude in, and the dude had a big old swastika on the side of his neck. Mm-hmm. And my son was like, "It is what it is." Well, next thing you know, the AB was blowing down on a guy, and that's when they told my son, and my son had me look him up, and I'm like, "Yeah, they're telling the truth. That's who he is."
I hate shit like that. Eric,
and it was pretty bad. And then that's from that day forward. It was either Lucasville or Youngstown was the only place they let it go.
CC's just a level 3, but it's off the chain. It's like Lebanon, which I was at Lebanon. So he's dude up here in the box. He's from TDC, that's Texas. Someone in the chat said they also know about that. I don't know anything about that, but I had a friend named Jeff Bowman who turned his whole life around, and he is a Christian now and living in a church, a home that was, it's hard to explain. It's somehow connected to the church, and he works in the church, and they gave him a home, and he's doing his thing. But he was in Texas, and I was going to tell you, he went down there to visit his dad, did some crimes, and stayed for 10 years. So people learn the hard way. Like all these people over here on my other phone are just trolling and being real negative, man. I don't know why. I don't really like that. I don't like being negative. People are past judgment. I know who I am. They don't.
I think when folks get like that, they don't want to see like guys like you
do good,
or ladies like that are in your position change their life for the good.
They don't.
You know what I mean? They look at you guys like you're like just like the lowest of the low.
Absolutely right.
That just aggravates the hell out of me because You don't know what they did to get in that position, and never say you wouldn't do something because you don't know what you would do.
No, I agree. Do you all agree with that, where you feel like that? Because I feel like no one likes seeing me do good. I've been home for 2 years. I've worked for 18 out of 25 months that I've been home. I've done good with everything else. I've even had real good success with this social media stuff, and I think
that's what you got to do right there.
I think that ties
and that's what I told my son
about you.
I told my son about you. I said, Cody, I said, I ran across this dude, and I said, the only reason why I ran across him is because he mentioned Newton Falls, and I'm like, I just bought a house in Braceville.
Okay.
And I'm like, we were talking back and forth about how it is over here and stuff. And I'm like, but he was in prison. I'm like, you really need to get on TikTok and talk to him. And I was telling him today, he's like, Mom, I'm not ready to do that. He goes, because I don't even know how to operate a cell phone.
And look, he ain't wrong for that, because I had never even seen a TikTok. I've had, MySpace back in the day, and then I had Facebook, and then I went to prison. Yeah, maybe Snap. I think we had Snap. Yeah. That was it. When I got out, I'm like, what do you mean TikTok? That sounds like a kiddie app. Everybody's like, dude, it's not. Everybody, because I kept hearing that like trends, and I'm like, well, I ain't gonna get on there and do no trends. I never knew I would have been like a content creator. I didn't know this was a thing until my girl showed me, and then now I told my story, and it went. I did a 6 famous podcast, and I got like 95,000 people in my community on 4 platforms. He could do it. Your son could do it. She's done it. Anybody in this position who's been to prison,
I'm surprised my son even is speaking to me. I'm the reason why he went to jail.
Oh, okay.
And I would have never told on him at all, because I was raised you don't snitch.
Right.
But I told because
you wanted to help
his girlfriend was with him, and they had my granddaughter in the car. And she was only 1 year old.
It was getting
and the Richland County deputies, none of the deputies knew that there was a kid in the car. We all know what the outcome could have been.
Yes.
If they would have ran up on them.
It could have went south fast. And not only that, it's getting bad when you're at that point. I've actually got some stories later I'm not going to get into, because I got to ask my girl first, that if she gives me permission, I'll make videos about. And it's bad. People get to doing bad things and being bad parents when it don't mean they're a bad person, but they're not bad people, but they make bad choices in addiction. So that's why I just want to continue being an advocate for this, like recovery, the system, corruption in the system, people staying free. Have you ever thought about it, Eric?
That's what I want to do. I want to advocate for the prisoners and the addicts, because you guys get a bad rap. Like my son got a bad rap. Like, people do the dumbest stuff every day. You don't know what you're going to do. Right. Like, hell, I can walk out here and do something stupid and end up in jail. Like the 2 on the panel did for drag racing. Like, who would have thought about that? You know what I mean? Like going to jail for racing.
Yeah. You've thought about it, Eric, or no? Have you ever thought about being like a content creator for life after lockup shit, or even just for recovery, or have you just like watching?
Yeah, and more than that,
an advocate.
You said that your son went to jail or got in trouble because he beat somebody up that was like trying to assault sexually
part of it, right?
Daughter or his girlfriend or something?
No, his sister.
That was part of it, right?
That's crazy.
They're Irish twins, and the judge, and it was so weird because I had my medical uniform on, because I worked for the sheriff's department at the time, and my husband worked for the county too in Cuyahoga. And the judge started screaming at my husband because he came in his work clothes. And then the judge said, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And Cody was honest with me. My mother has raised me to always stand up and be a man for what I did. And if homeboy was to touch my sister again or my mom, I do the same thing all over again. And they tried my son as an adult, and they took him away from that.
And you worked for them, and they still didn't. That's crazy how
but
that system is.
He did time for another thing too, though. He did. It was a 1-for-part robbery, and that was what he went to jail and got out for that. The thing with his sister.
Yeah, he went to prison, and he did.
Oh, that's another number. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's got 2 numbers. He went to prison, and when he was in Grafton, because he was so young, so Cody was actually teaching older men in there how to get, read and write and stuff, like
That's
men
cool.
that couldn't read or write.
I like that.
And
cool.
passed their GED. So
I've had bunkies that couldn't read before too. They'd be like, "Hey, Bunky, what's this say?" And I just wouldn't laugh or nothing. I'd be like, "Oh, hold on. Okay, it says this." Sometimes, and some like these people in my chat over on this side, there's some bad people in the world, but who are the type of people who are like that and are not like that. And I've never been like that. I don't make fun of people. I fight the bullies. Anytime I see a person being a bully, I'll pull up and get involved. But then you got some. I remember when I get online and I see some of these comments that there's some really bad human beings on this planet.
And see, he gets that from me because I was born and raised in Cleveland. I grew up on 49th and Broadway, one of the worst neighborhoods ever. And I was the girl that would beat the bullies up in high school. And they like, oh, you want to do this? We're going to do this the right way. And he takes so much after me. So I get where he's coming from and some of the things. But now it's just like, I'm so surprised today when he told me, Mom, if I have to sleep on the street tonight, he goes, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm afraid I'm going to relapse. Damn. I'm like, that took a lot for him to tell me that. It took a lot for him to even ask me to call my church because they got a recovery program, which is really cool. If anybody's in the Newton Falls, Lake Milton area, that is geared for recovering addicts and people from prison. And they do it, have church service, I think, every Wednesday night.
Okay, that's good to hear. I got to go to one Saturday and Sunday that as a family friend of mine, TGG, is down the street from my house. She got a hold of me, found my videos randomly, and goes, "Hey, you don't know me, but I know your family. You popped up on my 40 page on Facebook. I just wanted to let you know that I knew your grandma Ellen." And I'm like, that's crazy. So it really felt good that some random lady got a hold of me, recognized the last name, did her homework, and knew my grandma that passed away. But so that's good. You're saying a place people could go.
Yeah, and if you need to direct them to me, it's Lake Milton Baptist Church.
Okay, I actually think I've been there. Matter of fact, no, I have the youth program. That's wild. In 2002, 3, 4, they used to pick us up on a bus. We lived in the little projects out there, and they picked us up and would take us. The East River Gardens. They would pick us up and take us to. It's like a youth program. Now, it might not be the same church. There was one in Paris Township, too.
Let folks know, too, they also have a food pantry, and they give out really good food.
Okay, that's good.
It's just, I just wish there was more out there. Like, it was weird because today because I ran and got him, and I came back here to take care of the animals on the farm, and he was like, Mom, can I help you with the horses? And I got him into the barn, and he's kind of like freaking out because he's never been that close to a horse. And I said, Cody, my horse can feel your heartbeat he knows your intentions before you even come to him.
Yeah, they do.
And he was just like, really? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and horses, I've noticed, like with like addicts and ex-cons and stuff, they change around a horse.
Really?
So it's like, I would love to do something to like, people can come to my home for free and just hang out with the horse and get to know them. Because if you got anger issues, they're going to help you with that.
I like that. I've never been around them all like that.
They're going to help you with that because a horse mimics you. So if you walk up to a horse like sideways or all crazy, that horse is going to come at you sideways and all crazy. But if you go at that horse with like, a pure intent, like you're not going to hurt it, it's going to come to you with the pure intent. But if you buck up against it, it's going to buck up against you.
And I like that. Yeah, they're matching your energy. See, I've been around a lot of animals that were cool and I'm cool, and it's like they sense that. But some people will come around and they act funny, and then it makes you be like, why do you seem normal to me, but the animal don't like you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not. It's
dogs
like they
are the same way. Like, my dogs are the same way. Now, my horse, Gunner, if he feels like, because I can stand in front of him, but if you approach me, and it's happened to a couple of people, and he doesn't trust you, he will bite you.
Alan, I've been.
Yeah, I used to go to a mental health. It was like a farm. It was called Full Circle in Wilmington, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with miniature horses and bigger horses. But what I was going to say and what I was going to show you because I thought it was funny because I found it. Is it wrong for me to want my mug shot redone? I need a glamour shot. They did me wrong.
Hey, you can take it and run it through the program.
If you look at the videos on the TikTok.
They did me wrong.
We all got bad. It ain't that bad. It's just your. It ain't that bad. It's just your. It's like your face you're making.
Like, look at the video that I posted with my son at, like right before the addiction when it happened, and all the way through. And I got his last mugshot up there from the prison pictures they take. And you can see, like, in his eyes, like, he's gone. He's been checked out.
They did me wrong as hell. Y'all seen that shit.
I got a couple of them, and they all look different for me. I got like 3 of them.
My aunt just called me because my other cousin, he robbed a bank, so now he's doing fed time. And then my younger cousin, Brittany, they just did a big drug raid in Cleveland, and now she's in the joint. So I'm like, hopefully, because I've been praying every day, like God will step in and do something with them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it sounds like you got a lot of Bonnie and Clydes in your family.
baby.
Hey, I do too, though. I can understand.
No idea. My one cousin, Wayne, I swear to God, he hit a lick, and the lick that he hit was being watched by the feds. I'm not making on this stuff up. Was being watched by the feds.
Like they were waiting on somebody to do it. Alan, I'll tell you in a minute where you at.
Duct taped him to a tree, naked.
Oh shit!
And then so the feds went in and arrested my cousin too. Yeah.
That's wild.
She said naked.
Hey, they got him doing. Yeah. They gave him 61 months for racing in a car, and then they gave your son 8 years for robbing a bank.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? That just sounds nuts to me. But every state's different.
That make no sense, man.
Every state's
like
different.
You got the Chomo, like my son said, he was only going to do 4 years.
Or I've seen them with doing 18 months. I've seen different Chos do.
Probation.
They've done 3 times. They'll go in for 12 months. Next time they'll give them 18 months. Next time they'll give them 3 years. And each time they'll be like, "Don't do it again. Go to this program." And they say, "Okay, I will." But they never. One thing about S offenders is it's almost like they cannot be rehabilitated. They say they can. They say they got it. Deep down, they're sick. It's a
Have
sickness.
You guys ever watched JD Delay?
Yeah, I've actually talked to him. He got a hold of me. Matter of fact, I did a story time about Lake Erie, which is what Alan was just asking me in the chat. I don't know if he's still in here. And when I made the video I talked about this fight on the back wall that lasted a long time, like 8 minutes, because it was like 3 rounds. And they had 50 people on each side built in where nobody could go nowhere. So they built like a little, damn near built like a fight club. And they had to send in the SRTs. It was just this crazy ass thing. And I did the story, and JD commented and said, "Damn, bro, that's a wild story," or something. 8 minutes is a long time too. He said, "That's crazy." Then he goes, "Hey man, we could bring you on Ian Bick." But I had already talked to Ian Bick about going on his channel. He just didn't know that, so he was trying to look out. Well, because I had probation, my PO said, "Absolutely not. You're not going to no damn New York or Connecticut." I said, "Well, it's a chance of a lifetime." And she goes, "I don't care. You could wait till after parole." Well, ever since then, ever since, I'm like, look, I'm trying to be a content creator. I said, I already did after prison show and Blood on the Reservoir TV. I said, this one's like a really big deal. An example, they just had Chrisley, the guy Chrisley, Todd.
Yep.
They just had him on yesterday or the day before. That's just one of the many, many, many famous people that's been on there. Well, yeah, she didn't care. She wasn't hearing none of that. Well, now that all that time's passed, they won't write back. I wrote JD. He don't respond. I wrote Ian.
You know what? Because I give JD shout-outs all the time and super chats. So I'm going to keep bringing up your name until he talks to you.
Oh, please.
Because my son he's a big JD fan, too, my younger one. And
don't talk about Fight Club.
He made me cry because
rule number 1.
I'm sitting there watching JD with all the riots going on in Portland. I'm like, look at these fools out here fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't even see it come up on the screen. Next thing I know, JD Delay is like, "Hey, Tracy, I just want to let you know, good luck in nursing school. Said my last name and everything." And I'm like, dude, no, but I didn't even want to tell him I was going to nursing school. And my son come out of the room, and my youngest son's the one that got him to say it.
That was cool, though. Made you feel good, huh?
Dude, I cried. Like, am I that old now? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like crying.
Oh, I meant because he did that. Like some people go, they get real close to the creator, and then even hearing them do a shout out is like a big deal. That's how it was with me for Jay Williams. I'd already been watching him for a long time, and then for him to do my interview, stay in contact, and now we talk at least once every couple days, and we treat each other like friends. It's a whole different experience. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
I get looked at differently though too, because it was like talking about the boats getting blown up, coming in.
Yeah, I've been hearing
I'm like,
about
that's not the only place they're coming in at. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know what? I'm tired of my friends dying. I'm tired of watching I lose family members. Like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And they're putting the stuff in everything.
That F, the F word, that shit's bad.
You can't even get lettuce and be happy and go home.
Yeah, that's why I got this thing. I'm not gonna show it on here. I can show it on YouTube, but it's a pen, and I bought the thing in Michigan, so I'm trusting it because I bought it in a shop. I like this, but the flower scares me. Like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna buy it and then be like, the guy just so happened to touch this, and then he touched this. You go home and smoke, and it got some of the F word in there, and next thing you know, you're like ODing. It's scary.
Well, that's what worries
my family grows it.
That's what worries me the most. Like, I've never been to a gathering before, a gathering of the Juggalos and the Juggalettes. But I was told last year that they had people running around with, the F word in bottles, water bottles, and just dousing people in the crowds with it. That they had to have medical people on standby at the gathering to, give you what you need so you're okay.
That's some sick shit. I heard about people doing that where he's at in Texas.
I'm pretty sure I heard about that story because my son Jimmy, he's got the Hatchet Man tattoo and everything. All my boys do, except the youngest. And he's blind, and he's an ICP fan. And Cody, before he went in, he would always take Jimmy to these concerts. And my youngest one was like, I'm only 15, Bubba. I can't take you. He's
this
like,
is the jacket that I made.
Hey, Odie, what's up?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hatchet Girl, and it has my name on it, Skits.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but he was talking about that a couple of weeks ago. He was telling me a story about they were doing that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll probably never go to a gathering after I heard that. Nope, I've never been to one. Wanted to go to one until I heard that.
No, I was told a couple people did perish. They didn't make it out.
I'm not for sure.
I know in Texas they were doing some shit where they were shaking people's hands and walking up and touching them, but they were actually sticking something on them that was like a patch or something, and they didn't know. So you just go about your day at this concert. Next thing you know, you're start overdosing. That's some sick shit. Yeah. Like, that's some sick ass shit, dude.
Dig in sharps containers, trying to get out the F patches.
Alan, real quick. That's definitely a wild spot. Lake Erie's a level 2 open dorm, and it's off the chain. And there's a bunch of bad blocks there out of like 10 blocks. Or wait, let me see. 8 HCD, HAB, and then OCD, OAB. That's 4, so 6. They got 6 blocks there because Superior, AB, and CD. And it's just super crazy. It's like one that you can live in that's a normal block. All the rest, they don't even have control over. So I don't know what made you ask me that, but I mean, it might be changed now. But when I was there, they had the Arizona CCA guys come in to take back control, and they were ran by CCA. So since the COs were getting hired and quitting every other week, they sent like 30 of these guys and girls with these black kangaroo hats that were used to being in the desert. They came, got motel rooms in Conneaut, Ohio, right there, and they were coming in, marching us around every day to chow, and they put us on the news, and it said Lake Erie back at it again and shit like that. But that was back in 2020. COVID happened.
You probably know my cousin.
Maybe. COVID had happened, and the George Floyd shit, so they were wilding out.
You can't miss who he was. He had FU paid me on his eyelids.
I feel like I might have seen that. That sounds very, yeah. And I knew another dude that had just "FU" on his face right here. An older dude, older white dude, and it said "FU" like that.
Yeah, my cousin Jimmy's the one that's got "FU" pay me on his eyelids, and but the whole word, not the yeah. And he was at Lake Erie. My cousin Wayne was at Lake Erie, but they never sent Cody there. Cody was either Grafton, Mancy, Lucasville, and then Youngstown.
They might have changed it, so I don't know. Here in a minute, I do gotta end this, y'all, but we can hang out for like another minute, say bye and shit. I gotta go lay down.
Becky,
yeah.
You want to hear something funny, but it's cute?
What was you gonna show me earlier?
Come here, Mika. Come here.
What's up, Jake? I see you, bro. When I come in, hop in here with us tomorrow, bro.
Watch what I found out she does today. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Your dog? Oh, the new dog. Yeah, y'all. Hey, she just got this. Oh, that's cool. She's talking. She's talking to you. That's so cool. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna bring her up on the screen though. Real quick.
No. Are you done?
I'm showing the people on YouTube too. That's adorable. So hey, I like the fact that you got her as a support animal because you could tell how supportive she is. Like she just seems like a good, loving dog, like a good spirit.
You can see like happiness in your eyes. Like it's like you're like, oh yeah, like her whole face is beaming.
Crazy. All right, YouTube side, I'm ending this. It was only a couple normal people in here, y'all. Thank you to the supporters. I'm about to lay down and I'm ending this. But to everybody else, I'm gonna just ignore that dumbass shit and talk to my regular people. You're just gonna be wasting your time. But all right, everybody, stay safe, stay free, stay blessed. My bad, y'all. I was saying bye to my other phone.
Got me up in the big box. I can see my swollen